one thing you'll learn about me is I pride myself on being in a faithful relationship. I'm not out here cheating or messing around. Like, I mess with my girl, right? And she like, baby, let's just add somebody else to the bedroom. I'm like, what you mean? She said, I got another girl. She get the girl, she bring the girl there, she fine. They get naked and everything, but I'm like, yo, put your clothes back on. That's my girl right there. I will not cheat on my girl. I'm not doing that. I'm not that type of guy.
Gratitude, divine the divineness. This is Bree India and my lovely guest,
Johnathan, what's going on?
And we are here. This is 808 Tavern. You know, I take the tavern everywhere I go with me. So journeys is the flow wherever I go. And so journeys of this particular creator we're going to get tapped into with the I Am Who segment. This is season 2 of the I Am Who segment. Particularly what we do with this, we're going to get right into it. So it's 3 parts to it.
Okay, 3 parts to it.
I'll give you a brief in a little bit because, you know, the first part is the I Am Who. It's going to be me questioning you just specifically about you.
Yeah.
Second part, we'll get into the meat of what you actually do.
Okay.
And then the third part is the reverse the host, where you get to ask me 1 to 3 questions of your own. The first part and the whole part of the whole interview that's a challenge is that when we start off, you just are only able to give me a response that is catering to just you and who you are. You can't use what you do yet in the first part of the segment.
Okay. So the first part of the section, any question you ask me, just make it about me strictly?
Yeah, it's strictly about, you know, redirect it always back to who you are, because it's changing the question of who am I to a statement. So the questions I ask, it's going to be tailored to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be tailored to yourself.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tailor the questions for you to know what I mean. So starting off, the I Am Who are you? I want you to describe yourself with one, like, if you have like a target word that describes you in a room, and also give me a mantra, motto, or quote that you go by or live by, or that you just, you know, keep on you on a regular, or you say all the time.
If I'm gonna use one word to describe me, it's it might be more than one word, but I would say humble.
Okay.
If I was gonna throw one out there, it's humble.
Okay.
So that's my word.
And is that something to describe you? Like I said, you're the one in the room who will be like kind of in the cut. Like you are you more of a quiet person?
Yeah,
like,
I'm more
what are some
so
other
like,
keywords to describe you?
I'm like so I'm like an introvert and extrovert all together.
Okay.
So like I'm an introvert by nature, but I really like being around a lot of people. I like being the party, the one.
You're a social. Are you a social kind of?
Yeah,
like,
I'm a social person. I'm very
okay.
social. I'm very social, but I like to be observant first.
Okay.
So I like to observe first. So that's my humble side, to observe. I don't just go into a room and just be loud, unless I know everybody.
You're not impulsive, like.
No, I'm not impulsive.
Okay, you take your time with situations, and environments.
Right.
Okay.
So when
you
I'm
watchful.
ready, exactly. So when I'm ready to do me, it's gonna be on point.
Cool. So then we can go into, like I said, if you have one that you go by, like it could be a personal statement that you have, or a quote that you just always like remember, or like just a saying.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one. My main thing is what one man could do, another man could do.
Okay.
So I mainly go by that. So I get inspired by other people.
Very
quick. So I'm not the type that, not saying I'm not human, I don't experience envy and jealousy, but I'm the type of person I would utilize that. So I don't really get jealous or envy of other people. And if I do feel that feeling, I would look at it like, well, if he's doing it, you can do it too.
Right, okay. And okay, I like that. I see what you mean. And I see what you mean by the envy and jealousy, because that's like a thing where it's a lot of people in the lane that
Yeah, people always be like, yo, I don't get jealous, I don't get envy. Like, yo, you human.
It happens. Because it makes you it challenges you to look at yourself.
Right.
And, you know, whatever things you may feel are personal shortcomings, or even, you know, successes. You question your successes based on another person. So I feel that. So let's get into the next question about your influences, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to your influences, I want you to name like somebody prominent. It doesn't have to necessarily be a celebrity, but it can be, because there are a lot of prominent figures though throughout history and then just in the world, and or somebody that is a personal influence as well, or has been a personal influence in your life, poured into you in any kind of way, you know.
Just one person?
It can be, you know, however many people you really feel have been a very big influence, a major influence on your life that is a constant, you know. And like I said, a prominent figure or prominent figures that you know have encouraged who you are.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to ask you probably the same question about what you do.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be figures that, you know, poured into you based on you growing up and seeing them too for what you do. But who you are, though, what kind of, you know, figures or people in your personal life really poured into your world and, you know, assisted you, you know, with figuring out your purpose and your comfortability with who you are.
So, first person I don't know personally, but he a celebrity, is Kevin Hart, and that's only because of his grind and his hustle, and when I see him come from, and then he was representing for all the short dudes. So he was the first short dude I saw get lit. And I was like, oh, you short people can do it too? Yeah, we let short people. You know what I'm saying? I want them short people, I embrace it. Like
I love my short too.
Yeah, I don't be like, because sometimes when I go up the stage, I run into other short men, and they be like, well, it's times I run into other short men. They be like, yo, how you get so confident? And I'm like, you ain't confident. But then again, I know where you're coming from, because when I was like
you
a
did
kid,
have experience.
Yeah, you had little, but I was always like the person that, even though I said I was an introvert, I was a social person, so I was good at cracking on people.
Okay.
So I would walk in the room and I'd be like, have stuff in my head already just in case somebody try to crack slick.
So you already knew how to carry it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I walk in there. That's why this one dude told me one time, he said, yo, you a short dude, but when you go into a room, you make your presence known. I didn't notice that. I was like, what you mean? Like what drink? He was like, nah, because most short dudes, when they come in the room, they kind of like reserved a little bit. I'm more so like, I'm reserved, but I'm still give you that feeling like, okay, go ahead, crack slick. As soon as you say something, crack on you quicker than you would do it to me. So Kevin Hart was one. Also, like, just to name some comedians in Baltimore. Cleon, I don't really see Cleon as much as I used to because he on tour and whatnot. But
shout out to Cleon.
You know what I'm saying? He was just one of the comedians that really kind of, at one point I was under his wing, and he was like showing me the ropes, took me on tour with him, so he kind of inspired me on the hustle. Okay. Like always having my P's and Q's, like, yo, do this, do that. You know, so I give him his props as well. And then also my homegirl Chi-Chi. Okay. She a comedian, my homegirl Chi-Chi. You know, she came out the blue and was just throwing shows back to back.
Her grind was, you know, like,
saying? So I was consistent. Like, oh snap, you know, and I was like, yeah, all right. And me and her connected, and that's actually one of my best friends in comedy. So when me and her connected, I'm like, yeah, you know, Chi-Chi could do it. I know I could even do it. Even though I was already throwing my shows, I saw how she was doing it consistently back to back, and she had that faith without having a whole bunch of people backing her up at the time. She was really doing it by herself. So that she was one of the people that also inspired me. And my mother, because my mother, like even though she was in a rough neighborhood growing up, but you know the parents that they get out that rough neighborhood and they want to keep their kids in a good environment. Like that's how she was doing me. And my mother is like a tough cookie, man. It took me a minute to get a hug from my mother. She like a father mother. Like she don't show her soft side.
That's also queen.
Yo, she do not show her soft side. I be like, I try to get emotional with her, like, Mom, because she's like, yo, don't touch me, listen. I'm like, yo, Mom, like, can you get emotional with me?
Right.
Like, she would not get, my mother do not get I mean, not saying she a woman, yeah, she probably go through her stuff or whatever. Then
maybe she does it privately.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now that I really think, as I got older, I think about it, because when she talked to my grandmother, she probably on that, like, you know,
of course,
whatever that vibe. But like with us, with her kids, like, nah, she be like thick skin, but it be like a cool thick skin. Like it ain't no like she putting on the fronts. Like, no, that's,
you know, that's your mother.
Yeah, nah, she really on some like.
That's her personality.
Yeah.
That's cool that you honored that about her though, and that she was able to influence you so much just by being herself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yes, so shout out to the queen. I always send love to the mothers out there. You know, the major creators. And you know, fathers too.
Fathers too.
So ultimately, I appreciate you sharing your influences. Now that you mentioned it the way you did, like I like to ask about a challenge that like you've had, in which you were able to overcome it. It can be a testimony. It doesn't have to be as deep, not anything too deep, just to the extent of what you would like to share and something that you would be able to tell. And then at the end of expressing the story, explain like, or give a word to like a peer, children, you know, just people to hear and encouraging them, you know, how to get over, you know, something that may have been an obstacle, you know.
So one of my things was like believing in myself.
Okay.
So I was already doing the path with comedy, you know, grind and do my thing, but it's like a glimpse. It's like 50-50. When you first hop in it, you really not sure. You start doing it because you see other people doing it. You really doing it because you like it. Like, I'm doing comedy because I like it, but then you could say probably like 20% of it was like being a follower in a sense, because you see other people doing it. Okay, it's cool. I get it. I learn this. I can do this. You're like, okay, I get this. I like it. But then like 50%, you don't really believe in yourself that much until you see other people that's in your environment or came up where you came from, or just doing that you've been around, taking up to different heights. So it took me a minute to really believe in myself. Even, you know, sometimes people will see a potential before you see it. A lot of times, in most cases, that I realized from my perspective. So I didn't really believe in myself so much. And then, so my thing to add to that is, people see it first, so you got to surround yourself with people that believe in you, like genuinely, not the ones that just try to gas you up, like, yo, I believe in you, yo, I really believe in you, yo, but you got $20 though? Like, and you like, nah, you just saying that because you want that $20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to, I like that. That was slick. But then you got the ones that genuinely believe in you, like, here go $20. I ain't coming to your show, but that's $20.
Right.
Put you towards
where you trying to go.
I ain't gonna be there, but I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I like what you're doing. So, and then I got this joke when I'll be talking about like how I don't speak Spanish, right? And I'm like, once I said something in Spanish in a funny way, that's when I started believing I was Spanish. So that's the same thing with comedy. Once I was around people that was believing in me so much, I was like, yo, I gotta believe in myself. And once I believe in myself like how I am now, that's why I'm taking off and I'm doing this and I'm able to do this and do that. It's all about believing. Nobody gonna believe in you like how you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, it's gonna be hard, because the people that they could be somebody that genuinely believe in you, but at one point you gotta remember they got a life too. So they might be going through stuff where as though they can't even focus on you right now, or they not gonna call you as much to tell you I believe in you and give you that inspiration. They probably had a baby, or they going through something, death in a family, God forbid, death in a family, whatever the case may be. So now you gotta take it amongst yourself and then really sit down and analyze and look at your life and be like, yo, I really believe in myself. So that's
true.
That's one major thing I do now. Like, I really believe in myself now. Like, I really, like, I know my purpose. Like, I know what I'm doing.
So that's your word when you're going through the challenge of like struggling with being comfortable with your purpose. Like, find that belief within yourself.
Find that belief. Even if you need some time to yourself and surround yourself with the right people. If you're around some people and you talk about your beliefs or your goals, or you're not even really supposed to tell anybody your goals and your plans. But if you're around some people and you talk about what you do and what you got going on, and they, even if it's coming in the joking form, man, you ain't gonna really do that. No, separate yourself. Sometimes it could be family, sometimes it could be friends. So sometimes with family, you might look at it like, no, that's my family. He would never really think, no, that's your family, but he really thinking like that. So just embrace it for what it is. Y'all, 9 out of 10 times, I promise you, it'd be the ones closest to you. It'd be the ones closest to you. You always hear people say that, like, yo, it'd be the
because they'd be so shocked that you're doing what you're doing. So they'll be like, all right, let me see where you go with it, and then I believe in it.
Exactly.
It's sad, but you know, it'd be the main ones you love.
And just to add on to that question, like, when I first started doing the comedy, a lot of people around me didn't really believe in it, right? And they was like, man, you don't know what you're doing. No, you wasting your time. Come on, you got to work the 9 to 5. What you doing? But I was so consistent in doing it, and now they seeing where I'm going, and they're like, you know, you always was that guy. Yo,
that's another target word for you, consistency.
Consistency, consistency. Thank you, appreciate it. And persistent, to add on to that as well. Consistent and persistent.
Because that's a part of who you are, so that it helped you get where you are and what you're doing. So your motivations then, like, because that's what I was just going to ask next, is like, when it comes to like how you motivate yourself, like I mentioned in the beginning of the segment, like I influence like the self journeys and being confident and comfortable with, you know, knowing that the journeys that you go through in life are yours, good and bad. So when it comes to like how you pour into yourself, I encourage and influence self-care and self-love, not just for women, but for men as well. What are your personal, like, do you have like a regimen, or do you have like a thing that you do to like regather your energy, like a personal grounding thing? Yeah, like how do you give self-care to yourself and give yourself love? Just for you though, like a thing that's just for you.
Drink a lot of water. Eat healthy.
That's a big one though, because some people don't say, you know, we say meditation and stuff, but we don't.
Yeah, what you intake. Exercise. Go to the gym.
What's your favorite type of exercise to do?
My favorite type of exercise is mainly chest and arms.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly chest and arms. And one of my main therapeutic is running. And that's my main, because that's like an escape for me. I throw my headphones on. I might just pull up somewhere. I've done it plenty of times. I'll just be riding somewhere. I'm going through something. I just pull to the side, throw my headphones on, throw my sweatpants on, start stretching.
You like running in the cold more, or do it matter?
No, I don't like running in the cold that much.
Okay.
I'd rather run in the outside with my shirt off.
Okay.
Like that.
With nice, decent weather.
Yeah, and then also too, like for my fellas out there, like, and we say this for women too. Sometimes you gotta put like sex to the side. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, like, cause sometimes.
Oh, so you did like the no fat? Is that what it's called? Like.
No fat. I mean, that's if you fat is like masturbating.
Yeah.
I don't masturbate no more.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
So you don't do no type of sexual. You don't have an orgasm. You take.
I mean, recently I
what is
did.
it called? Abstinence. Like, are you abstaining?
No, not right now. I ain't gonna lie. I relapsed. I did.
Okay. You like relapse.
Yeah, no. But I'm talking about it was at one point I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
It was at one point I
you took that part of the journey.
It was at one point I was out here messing with like different women, like, oh, go with her, go mess with this. But I wouldn't never get emotionally attached to them.
Okay.
And I felt like that was kind of toxic. Like, I would mess with a chick and like I wouldn't get emotionally attached to them, and they would probably get like a little emotionally attached to me, and then I ain't want to be hurting playing with no woman.
So you had emotional unavailability, but you was
and I didn't realize that I was doing that until other women was confronting me on it, like, oh, you giving, and then I'm genuinely like a romantic person, so like
giving mixed energy.
I didn't know that though. I didn't know that, like, so I might mess with a girl and at the end give her a massage or something like that and cuddle with her and all that. And I'm thinking that's just regular. I'm like, I'm just being myself, and then she hit me with the no, cause you gave me a massage and you took me out to dinner, and I'm like, I was like, yeah, I was just, I'm a good person. I was just showing you love, but you giving relationship vibes. I was like, oh, bro. And then my homegirl was telling me that, like, yo, you can't do that. I keep telling you, you're a relationship dude. You give relationship vibes, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. Like, but so not to say like,
not saying that's a bad thing.
So it was one time that I was just chilling out, but like, I would like turn down. And you know how we adults now, so you know what's up. At one point, we went through our stage where we was messing around, sleep with this person, sleep with this person, sleep with this person. So it just got to a point where I was like, all right, you know you could get it. You know you could get it. Like, you know it's easy. Like, okay, you know you was a little kid, you get your first nut and something like that. It's like, oh, damn, that's a joy. Oh my gosh. But then you get to a point, you get enough of it. You're like, oh, well,
you know what this is.
Yeah, like, oh man, that's it. Like, we know what's up. You know what's going on with this. So it's like, now I know how to be disciplined to the body, to the flesh. You know what I'm saying? So I could work on my spirit.
That's cool. So you really tuned in with, you know, with yourself as an individual and as a man. Yeah. Especially because, I mean, I was going to say with that part with what you got going on as far as your taste in dating, like how you are, communication would be, you know, more effective communication could help. Like, just letting them know, like, this is the type of person I am, you know, if I'm getting too, you know, romantic for you, that is my nature, so let me know so that I can fall back. It's ways to go about handling that until you meet the woman who will love you to be that way. Because you don't want to lose that part of yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't lose that part.
That's another reason why I say I had to stop, like, because
just giving your soul.
Don't judge me for this. Don't judge me for this. But I was at one point, I was the one time guy, like, I mess with a girl. Don't get no feelings attached. Keep it moving.
Okay.
Mess with a girl.
You did a lot of affair type things.
Yeah. So like, I was like, dang, I'm falling into a habit. And I had was dating one girl recently, and I was cool and I was feeling her and all that. She was cool, but I wasn't emotionally available for her, and it kind of hurt her a little bit. And I hurt a woman before that hurt me back, and I don't like that feelings of playing with people's feelings like that. So I was like, all right. So I felt bad from her.
At least you learned.
Yeah, you feel that, and that's all it's about. It's about learning. So I'm still learning. So now I'm at the point where it's though like, when I be messing with a woman now it's like I gotta really feel her out, see, and then for real, the sex be better when you communicate first. Like it'd be way better than just a quick little boom boom. No, when y'all really get to talk and really know each other, and then y'all do it, you're like, okay, this is spiritually and, you know, feel good physically as well.
Right.
So it's like we really connecting on this is different right now.
You find a mental union before a physical union, then the physical union comes.
Yeah, but it's hard though. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard.
To take your time to get a mental union.
Yeah, it's easy. I ain't about to sit up here on camera and act like I don't still be like getting them moments. Like, no, I ain't.
You be still wanting to just have your not an emotional situation going on. I mean, we human.
You on a Friday night, you was drinking, you know what I mean? She touching you, what's going on? Like, what's going on?
non-judgment environment. Plus, you're a single man. You're not out here promoting, infidelity. So
I don't at all. Like, if that's what you get into, I'm not judging.
I mean, that's your business.
But at the same time, like, be careful with that because I'm telling you, karma is no joke. I hurt somebody and they hurt me back, so karma is no joke. Like, facts, like.
And it hits you right in your face. Thank you so much for sharing that story, though, because
punch you.
You gotta be honest about your experiences. That shows that you grew from it, though. So we about to get straight into the meat of what you do. You shared a lot about your I am who, and I appreciate it. So now we're gonna get into this part of the meat of your story and your soul journeys. With the I am who are you, what do you do? Starting off with telling us your position as a creator, the type of creator you are. So if your primary position is artist, comedian, dancer, what is your primary creative position? And then what other elements of you we don't know about that we can learn today as you share with us other things you may be into in the arts?
Okay.
So tell me that, like I said, your primary position, but also tell me tell us your name or your stage name. It doesn't have to be your real name if you don't want, but your stage name for sure, and how you came up with that as far as your creative name.
So my stage name is John Doe. I came up with the name because I used to work at Sam's Club with my homeboy, and we used to come into the job and we used to always like joke. So he was big on rocking off and dancing, right? Mm-hmm. So he would rock off and dance, and I would hype him up. And I'm like, yo, that's my guy, my man, Brandon, rocking off the moon. And then when I used to come in, I was like the fly dude, but like pretty boy, but goofy. Mm-hmm. So he would throw on the Rick Ross song. There they go, that's John Doe. Okay. He used to hype me up with it. He'll throw the song when I'm coming into work, and every time I walk in, he play the song. There they go, that's John Doe. And I used to be all goofy, like, yeah, that's me. And then I was like, cool. So I did a show and I used my real name, and then my real name, people didn't really gravitate to it as much, and I saw everybody else had a stage name. So I was like, nah. I was like, what am I make my name? I said, I make my name John Doe. Okay. John Doe, like I like it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then some people even call me Doe for short. They're like, yo, Doe, which is cool. And then so I got my stage name John Doe, and then I also look at it like, okay, my name John, and I'm getting that Doe. Slowly but surely, getting that Doe.
So you get your own title to the name,
so
it
really
don't
from
go
that,
by how we know it.
and then I added more to it.
Okay.
But the more and more I get into like certain industries and certain comedy shows, I gotta use my real name. They're not going for John Doe.
And your primary creative position is?
I'm a comedian, stand-up comedian, actor. I just shot a movie too with little Boosie. It's on BoosieMovie.com. I dropped the trailer.
Congratulations!
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Boosie.
Yeah, shout out to Boosie.
I think that's what him one day too.
Yeah, definitely. You mean he cool? He like women, so he really want to treat you real good. I picked that about him. I was like, okay, my man, Boosie, a ladies man. He's really
that's cool.
Really cool.
He need to be a damn good comedian.
Yo, he funny. I know. He a funny gangster, because when you meet him, he really like that uncle that was in the streets for real. Mm-hmm. But then
got plenty stories for you and everything.
Yeah, but he goofy, like goofy. And he love Baltimore. He love Baltimore like bitch. So he tell me from there he probably don't like you all for just being biased over that. Trust me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So all right, so we know you're a comedian. We got into the nitty gritty of the basics of you, who you are, what you represent, what you do. So now tell us a little bit more about like other elements of you, if there are other elements of you and your art or your craft. But just as a comedian, like, is there anything else that you do or any other events that you are into that are reoccurring, what's to expect of you? Like, tell us a little bit more about what you can about this, what you got with Boosie. And I know some stuff you can't tell us. So I'm going to need you, once you give us some things, to give us how to reach you. Some people that may want to book you, people that are just becoming aware of you in the area. Let us know about you.
So I'm going to tell you how to reach me first so I don't forget. You can reach me on Instagram at JOHNDOE90, and then you can email me at comedianjohng@gmail.com if you want to reach out to me for booking or information. And then if you need my number, once you DM me or email me and I see you official and ain't nobody playing games, because it's a lot of scams.
Of course. Then you prefer them reach out to you on
Instagram? Yeah. Okay. And then we can reach out as far. Then it will continue from there. As far as other stuff I got on, like I told you earlier before we started the interview, I got an event out in Philly. I host a lot of the silent parties in Baltimore, Virginia, in the DMV area. Okay. That's all I've been to so far. The silent party really in all other places. So I really hosted for my homeboy.
That sounds cool.
And that's actually dope. So that's actually.
I like silent parties. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll let you know about the one in Baltimore before we leave. And I actually got some more stuff cooking up, but I don't want to say it on here.
Okay, but the way we're gonna find out is by following you.
By following me,
you're gonna be
Instagram,
posting okay. You more of like a story poster, but we gotta check your story regularly.
Yeah, check my story and check my page too. And then like I'm also like a groundwork, so most of the time like when I be out, like how I really like I said, I might have do the introvert thing in the beginning and said I come in the room and observe. But I'm a very, very, very social person. Like I love being around people. I like learning people. I like learning, okay, what they do in the hood, okay, what they do over here, what they do in the suburbs too, okay, most some people mostly fascinated with the hood, but I'm mostly fascinated with the hood and the suburbs and the Chinese people.
You're trying to see everything going on in the community.
I'm a culture person.
You sound like you're a community-driven type of individual. Even based on what you said in your I Am Who part, where you said, your statement was knowing that man can do the same thing.
Man, because if you study other cultures, it also give you more confidence over that. Like you didn't know that. Yeah, we do this. But this culture, they do this, and you can learn from this culture. And this culture can learn from this.
Some stuff is different. You learn from the differences, but you also learn from the things that's like, oh, we do that too.
And then you'll be surprised how different cultures got different values, and different people find different stuff is disrespect, and different stuff is cool, and it's not cool. This might be accepted over here, but if you do it over there, you're gonna get violated.
Some stuff put you in jail.
Exactly. So it's all about learning. And mind you, this ain't no perfect world. So I do go through ups and downs. I do got people that do like me. No matter how humble I might try to be, I do got people that do challenge like me, and then people that don't like me, or people that try to challenge me. And in the beginning, when they see how I am, they're like, "Oh, you really cool." Like I'm thinking, I'm light skin, curly hair. First thing niggas think is, "Oh, he cocky." And then when they talk to me, they be like, "No, yeah, you really cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, see, that's what you thought. That's your problem." But I do the same thing too sometimes. Like you see people icy first up, and then you might think that this.
You have an assumption, based on the image. That's natural for us to do as people. And then even when it comes to status, I was just putting a video out the other day, just on my page, about respect and being solid and being loyal. And just in general, how you identify if a person is solid or is capable of being loyal. Is by how they treat you when it comes to the respect. Because respect is something you don't have to be close to a person to,
I'm sorry, you just hit it. My bad. You said it.
For real, because that's the main thing. You know somebody can be solid based on if they can just naturally be respectful. Or if they're respectable. There's so many things driven around it, right? Yeah, so I appreciate you sharing your information. So tell us a little bit more though about what events, like I said, are coming up with you that you can share. And tell us about who you've been. Tell us about what things in the past have gotten you where you are. And I want to know about your first performance, your first show. And just give us that story, especially for people who may want to be a comedian one day.
Okay.
It's the best thing.
Some of what you said just now, I might try to answer it like how you asked it, but some of it.
You can answer it how you want, because I definitely want to know that first performance.
So my first performance was actually at Cleon's show. My man Huey Lee, Asian comedian, cool as I don't know what. He took me down. He said, "I'm gonna go to the show." I'm like, "Where the show at?" It's open mic. Boom. He went down there. He rocked out. I saw other comedians rocked out, and I was like, "That's what some people think is funny." All right, cool. I'm gonna come down here. I went down there, killed it. So I went down there and killed it. So it all started with open mic. Go try. Even if you bomb, go try. If you hit it your first time, you got something going on. So at least try. Just go up on that stage and try. So many people I done saw went on that stage and tried. Some people didn't do it after, but some people did, and they continue, and they are where they are, just like me. I continue what I am. I am where I am. You're going to have your up and downs. You're going to have your nights when you bomb. You're going to have your nights when you do good. It's still like that with comedy. You got people that's big in the comedy, that's celebrities, and they still bomb to this. Might did one bad show and they bombed, and it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen. You can't. You actually learn it through that. You actually learn it through that. I was big on like groundwork. Like I said, I like to be around people, and I'm not I'm more so like give people the benefit of the doubt. So I ain't gonna look at you crazy until you do me wrong, or I see how you moving with other people sometimes. So I give people the benefit of the doubt. So I was always like, not saying being friends with everybody, but I was always a social with everybody. So even if you come to me and you...
That's okay. You was kind of like a social butterfly.
So yeah, something like that. So I want to say butterfly.
I call myself that.
Yeah, I was saying.
You like, look, chill out on me.
Yeah,
butterfly. You a social, you a social bat.
Yeah.
I just said some shit that fly.
I like that.
That's more masculine.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But you caught the vibe though. He was like, social butterfly.
He was like, what? I didn't want to say both. I'm like, all right, social
bat. That's cool. We can go with social bat. So I'm like a social bat.
Sounds like Batman.
Yeah, shout out to Batman. So I'm like, talking to different people, and I never like really like. I really just give everybody a chance. Like, you know, don't pick a side right away. Don't just dislike somebody or look at them a certain way just because somebody coming back to you and they talking about this person. Because you can meet somebody today, tomorrow, and before you interview me, you could have been like, man, they telling you about John Doe, they talking about me. We probably got into a situation, whatever the case may be, and you never know who was wrong in the situation. But either way, I may have reacted in the dark side of me, and it showed a bad character that I had to show because I'm defending myself.
Right.
But really, he tell you all about me because you spoke to him first, and then you come to me in an interview and like, yo, I don't see nothing in John Doe. And then you start questioning him. Well, like, what did you do to make John Doe like
right.
that? I was talking to John Doe. That nigga was cool as shit. Like, what did you do?
What was the vibe between you?
So if you go off of that a lot, that'll help you get along with a lot of people. And you, most of the time when you got a good character, you'll get along with way more people than you don't with more people. So like, say if it's 10 people in the room, it's usually probably like one that I won't be cool with, or one that don't like me. That's how cool I am. But then you got some people, they in the room with just their character. It's like 7 niggas in that room that don't like them, and 3 that do like them. So I'm usually that guy that I'm human. The world is not perfect. Everybody's over 1 billion people in this world. Everybody's not gonna like me. So once I realized that, I was like, cool. So, and then don't be phony. Don't be phony. People not stupid. People can tell when you being phony. You thinking you tricking somebody.
Intuition and discernment, we all can tap into.
Yeah, you thinking like you tricking somebody. I ran into that a lot of times. There's a lot of people that's very intelligent. They don't think because of their environment or how they grew up that they not intelligent less than. I was talking to my man the other day, and he used to be in the streets a long time ago. He was telling me that too, a stereotype that people think like most people that grow up in impoverished areas or in the hood, they be thinking that all the people ain't smart. A lot of them people are very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They might not have the resources at the time or the
overlooked.
Overlooked.
And not able to, what you call it, act in that nature of their greatness because they are limited to what they have in resources.
Or they try to put a certain limit on you when really don't let that limit get you.
Really put you in that box. Don't let that limit put you in that box.
Don't let that. And it's all in your mind. It's all in your head. Like, yeah, you can do the physical, but it's just like people that's locked up. Like, they might be locked up, but you ever hit people that's locked up, but then you still, when you talk to them, they're in good spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, still being in good spirit, still having your mind on straight. So my entertainment is That's Crazy Entertainment, and I do a lot of shows. I do most of them right now are popular Saturdays, but I have done popular Wednesday before, and I did popular Thursday. So I just mix with the popular word. What I do is I try to get a lot of popular people. That's why. And popular is not really separating nobody, saying that you're not popular, you a clown. No, I'm not saying that. I'm basically saying you popular in whatever you doing. Like so, in my eyes, you like how you say you up and coming doing your thing. Like you popular to me. Like you popular because you popular in your own way. You popular in your own way.
Lane, yeah, I got my lane.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, even if you go to work and you still working a 9 to 5, and you back there on the grill, you the popular guy on the grill. You know what I'm saying? People might look at you as a clown, but if you tell yourself you the popular guy and walk around like that, you the popular person. So I just try to push that confidence on people. That's basically
that's a good motivational thing to push on to others. Yeah. So when it comes to the industry, speaking of that too, when it comes to the industry of comedy, tell me like a thing that you think could be done to improve the industry of comedy in a grand scale, but also in the DMV areas. And, because this is where we are right now, I'm all about speaking about cohesiveness in the DMV and ways to be able to have the industries of the arts be a conglomerate of camaraderie and where we are able to have friendly competition, friendly, showcases and gatherings. So what kind of improvements do you think could come into the industry and what you do?
Just more so, which would be hard to do. I'm not trying to doubt it, but just working together more and stop trying to do little backstab and stuff, or everybody don't gotta be on top. We all could be on top, but when we talk about that, people paint it as it ain't gonna work.
It's impossible.
And then when money get involved, that thing, money flip a lot of stuff.
Everything.
So I think more so people work together more. We work together more, and sometimes people are scared to work with other people because they scared that if I show you this vulnerable side and I show you this vulnerability and do bring you in, and then you do something that's snakish. Now it's like, yo, now I don't know, man. I don't know who to trust. Cause I trusted you, and you did this. Now you got me looking at my people's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got me looking
Back
at
to that
them
respect.
and then if they see, you know, a lot of times people like almost like tuition. People pick up on character traits. So a character trait might be like, say, you was in a relationship, and because women, y'all big on intuition. It's hard to fool y'all when it comes to certain stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. so say you was in a relationship and you was messing with a dude and he was cheating on you, right? But you noticed certain traits you might not have noticed when you was coming up because you was younger, so you didn't know. You was a little vulnerable. But now you older, so you know certain traits like a trait that everybody know. You coming in the house at 3. Coming out at 3 and then you went straight in the shower. Like,
oh yeah.
You might be like, you know, you're naive. You like, he talking about he dirty. He just go and take a shower real quick.
Right.
And you like, no. So when you start seeing those certain character traits in another man that you're dealing with,
the pattern.
It's easy a red flag. So that goes back to like with comedy. So say like I'm dealing with somebody and I had somebody snake me in the beginning, and then when I see them now, I see a different person now. I'm dealing with them. Everything cool. It could go a week could happen. A week could go by. Showing all love, boom, boom. Then another week go by, boom, 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 it's all love. Then a third week go by, and then he might start showing character traits that I realized from the last person that did me wrong. Or he or she.
Like a trigger.
Yeah, and I'd be like this. Like, nah, don't ignore that. Don't ignore that.
Because it's letting you know, hey, remember this type of
like
characteristic trait is something that you allowed to happen in the past. So this time, don't, you know.
And I feel like stuff gonna keep happening to you until you
learn whatever lesson needs to be
exactly.
one at a time. And it could be good and bad lessons. You know, like I learned a lot of lessons about money, you know, that I was like, okay, I'm receiving the money I need, but it was my learning how to budget and manage it properly and, you know, when and where to distribute it when I was putting it out. You know, because I'm not rich yet. But even when I get there, though, I think that's something for me personally. I know that I'm going to be, you know, managing large lump sums of money someday, more and more. So it's like that's why I'm constantly learning how to be more financially literate and you know, just being that way, you know. Shouts out to banks, black-owned banks out there.
Black-owned banks.
You know.
I got research on black-owned banks out there.
It's about to be a credit union because I'm definitely trying to push that.
I know that's right. Yeah,
Gotta be.
And then let me know when you get that because I'm definitely.
I sure will.
Easy on the fees.
I will. You know,
don't get a lot of fees. You know.
That's good. That's a good vibe to give us the information about like how they can improve in the industry because even though it's something that you said like it might not be something that could happen overnight or while in our generation, it's something that's possible. So all right, I ain't gonna take up too much more of your time before we tap into this reverse the host part of the show.
Okay, Maurice.
And then we'll give our last minute wrap ups from you. So I take off my host hat and I give you the floor. You know what I'm saying? And I got the hot seat, so you question me 1 to 3.
How about 1 to 3 questions? All right. So like, what inspires you? Like, what's your inspiration?
Okay, so I like to say my parents when it comes to people, but when it comes to and my siblings too, for real. And I have younger siblings.
Okay.
So
how many siblings you have?
I have 5 other than myself, you know.
You the oldest? Mm-hmm. Oh, you the oldest? Oh, okay.
Yep. So pretty much like my main influences, I influence myself a lot. I've gotten to this point because I'm very big on like my private time. But like I said, my outside influences are my parents and my siblings, my family, and then my like tangible influences are I like to travel. I'm able to like. That's a major influence for me. Being in outside, like being in the environment of like and writing. So yeah.
Ooh, writing.
That's a good.
You got a lot of books.
I do.
Not like books that you already written, but like a lot of notebooks.
I journal a lot. But I have books that I wrote, but I need to publish. And then I have a library in my apartment where I like to read as well. So.
Okay. So, are you more so of an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an introverted extrovert.
Okay.
I'm not an extroverted introvert. I'm a social loner. So.
What you mean, social loner?
Like I enjoy, I'm like how you are when it comes to like being a social, like I said, I'm a social butterfly. So I enjoy being around people. I love being in environments where I see people thriving and happy. I prefer to be in an environment where it's on a, you know, a more optimistic vibration, a fun-loving, good time. I don't like to be in environments that are like muggy, cringy, or just uncomfortable. So I'm technically a loner because of the way that I love being with myself and by myself. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I would, if I was to have to choose between a social or a loner day, I would choose the loner day. Okay. I'm more of a butterfly when I'm like kind of forced into the environment of needing to be around people. But I'm growing to a point though where I'm inserting myself willingly into environments that allow me to be social and be more of an extrovert. So so like you so like you really the introvert, but if you was to put me, like, don't get it twisted, if you was to put me in a room and put a little pressure on me, I can still handle myself and still hold my own. Like I'm like, don't get it twisted, but because I love talking, I love speaking.
Okay, but preferably you like to.
I love being alone.
Yeah. And then when you are alone, you really journaling, and it ain't like you're just alone just to be alone. You really get.
It's not a sad thing. Right. Like I really appreciate just being with myself.
Right.
Like,
so are you okay with being alone?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good trait to have. That's why I'm good with that. That's why I go back to what I was saying earlier.
Okay. I like that question. That was cool.
Third question.
Oh, you got one more for me, guys?
Yeah. So, what's your sign?
Shouts out to all the zodiac signers.
I wonder what it is. I don't know, because you give me every trait.
It's funny because before we got on here, we talked about this, and I was supposed to, you know.
Yeah, I see you got comfortable now.
All right, so now I got you. You gotta tell me what you think though. What you think my sign
is? See, I don't want to be wrong, so I don't know, cause hold on. All right, so I'm gonna name four.
Like in the order of how you think, or
just whatever. Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, or Scorpio. Don't tell me all four is wrong.
Those are cool. What made you think of them?
I don't know. I'm trying to, cause I can't really, cause you was interviewing me, so I couldn't really see too much. Yeah.
I'm just wondering why you chose those four. I'm curious.
I don't know, cause Leo and Sagittarius and Aries got like a lot of energy. And you might have that, but right now I guess you relax because of the interview. So I'm like, all right, box those out. So that might not be it. Even though when you say you're the oldest, I was thinking like Leo. It's giving me like Leo vibes. Then Virgo, you could be a Virgo, but you're not giving me bougie vibe. Most Virgos are bougie.
My mama Virgo.
Your mother Virgo. So I don't know, it's just either Scorpio. Only reason why I said the Cancer is because, like, you know, you seem like Cancers. I don't know. The Cancers, I don't know. You don't seem like you give a phony vibe. Most Cancers is not phony. From my perspective, not random. Most Cancers is not phony. And then Aquarius, because you kind of give me slick vibe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You give me a slick, goofy vibe. Libra, because of the intelligence, you know. And then Scorpio, because it's like, you know, you do got like a little, you know,
a mysteriousness about me.
but like a swag to you, like a polite swag. So
thank you. Well, yeah, that's Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the cusp actually. So I do claim my cusps. I'm probably not putting that part in the show. Yeah, you know what I am. I tell you what I am after. How about that? Let's act like that.
Okay, listen, that's funny. I'm like, that's how I know I'm getting good at this sound. I'm like,
I'm gonna have him back, come back on for an actual, you know, hopefully I can get an actual podcast thing going. You know, God bless me.
Well, when she get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for speaking that into my life.
You know what I mean? When you get it.
Yes, we're gonna have parties all the time. Y'all gotta pull up to the tavern when it's an actual location. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, when it's the location, I'm in there. Let me host it.
Shoot.
Because I know when you move up, you probably gonna run into some people. You're gonna run into more people. So just keep me in mind. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna be selfish.
But he did think that I wouldn't know how to look.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep me in mind. Just keep me in mind.
And I appreciate you coming out with you. Before we wrap up, do you got like a last word that you want to give the people? Like I said, the people that know you that will see this, and the people that will be learning who you are when they see this.
Of course. Yep.
A last word of encouragement, or just a last word coming from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna say last word sentence. Last sentence. Same thing like I said in the beginning of the interview. I'm just reminding you again, like to believe in yourself first, and what one person can do, another person can do. And I say that in this perspective to not make it just about males. Because I usually say, the quote usually goes, what one man can do.
Oh, I get it. Like your girl wanted a threesome and she bought another girl, which most women don't do. And when they got naked in front of you, that's when you was like, nah, I'm gonna be faithful. Hey yo, it's crazy out here because you know. Don't you ever do no dumbass shit like that. You smashed both of them.